Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So today, let's take a look at the 2027 BMW M440i xDrive coupe. This model is finished off in Arctic Race Blue Metallic, and with a few options, MSRP is just over $75,000. Primarily, this has the premium package, parking assistance and driving assistance, and then a few other goodies as well. So if you're looking for a luxury-focused coupe with some power, this is a great option to go with. So this is powered by the B58. This is the 3-liter inline 6-cylinder turbo. It's also paired with the mild hybrid system and the 8-speed automatic. Pumps out 386 horsepower, 398 pound-feet of torque. With the all-wheel drive system, 0 to 60 is just over 4 seconds. And as far as MPG goes, you're looking at 26 in the city, 33 out on the highway. Now up front, you'll notice the gloss black kidney grille, where there's a forward camera. There's a sensor for distance pacing and all of those features, parking sensors as well, and then the active grille shutters, which will open to provide cooling when needed. You'll notice a dark housing for the LEDs with some blue accents for the inside there, and then even more vents and cutouts on both sides. Some smooth lines coming down the hood and a really intricate pattern underneath the kidney grille. Now this also has a two-tone design for these wheels, along with having the red M Sport brakes. Now, as you've been able to tell, I have the key fob set up with the proximity sensor. So as I walk away, it locks. As I approach it, it will unlock. There's power folding side mirrors with the camera and the turn signal, all of the gloss black accents, and a sunroof up top. Very nice lines flowing down the side, giving it, of course, that coupe design with really good proportions. And then in back, there's a gloss black spoiler, LEDs for the lighting with the fiber bundles within them. Backup camera is in the BMW badge itself. There's parking sensors too. And then the dual exhaust, which this does have remote start. And then you can use this to shut it off as well. Now you can also use the control on the key fob, the one underneath, or simply just kick your foot right up underneath the middle of the bumper. You can open up the power trunk lid. So very convenient to have. Now for a coupe, good bit of space in back. You can fold down the back seats. You have some storage bins on both sides, some tie downs too. So it makes it a lot more practical if this is all that you need. And then you do have the physical buttons up top that you can use too. Now this is also paired with the Cognac Centex seats, which is a nice combo. Carbon card for the audio. There's storage down below with the trunk release, window controls, memory seating adjustments, and the mirror controls too. Now with the power operating front seats, there's one manual adjustment down below and then one behind the back of the seat in order to move that out of the way. So of course that gives you more access to hop into the back. And since I already have this released, we can fold this down where you get a lot more interior space to make this more comfortable. And you can also just fold down the middle seat if you would like. Also in the middle, since we're here, there's the armrest and the cup holders as well. Now at 5'10", it's honestly not bad. You have vents in the middle, which is very helpful. There's a little bit of storage, the armrest, I'm just barely touching the headliner as well. So I could ride around town. It's going to be better if you have smaller kids. You might be able to fit a car seat back here if you need a little bit more practicality and you still want a coupe as your daily. So very versatile, which is nice. And then this does have the M Sport steering wheel. Let's start this back up, where there's paddle shifters, cruise control settings, and then volume tuning, Bluetooth, and voice commands. The button in the middle will go through all of this information here. So there's a good bit of content to scroll through, just depending on what you need to see for the day, including the navigation, which is nice. And then you can also adjust the layout too. So just depending on how you want to view the information around it. And then the last one is for the head-up display. So again, you have a few different settings depending on what you would like to view. This does have a manual adjustment for the steering wheel, and then headlight adjustments, dimmer switch for the gauges, one air vent. And with the infotainment system, you have a lot more to go through. Everything in the lower section is always going to be fixed, so it makes it very easy to get into all of these icons like Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. There's a drive recorder, you have your doors and windows. This model does have interior ambient lighting, which is an option, so you can get through all those colors, get into your seats, and various information. Now the home screen is split, so you can go through all of that. You can pull up the climates, map and navigation, music, and then the heated seats, heated steering wheel, and temperature adjustments. Now carbon fiber is also an option. There's lighting within the vents here, volume tuning, hazards, and defrosters, and then more carbon fiber for this lid, which reveals wireless charging, cup holders, and auxiliaries. Now you do also have shortcuts for this screen, so you don't have to use it as a touchscreen system, which is very beneficial. So you can go through that very quickly. Now this is how you put it into reverse, and this has automatic parking, backup assistance, and then all of the visibility that you could possibly want. So very easy to see around. If you put it into drive and then push this camera button, you can bring up the forward camera in full screen. There's also sport mode to use the paddle shifters, and then park located behind that. There's traction control, parking sensors, engine start stop, and then this has 3 different driving modes that you can configure depending on the throttle response and the sound that you would like. There's auto hold and the e-brake. You get an auxiliary and the armrest, a locking glove box, garage door buttons, dome lights, and controls for the sunshade and sunroof. And then a look at visibility from the driver's seat. You can easily see over both shoulders. You also have this seatbelt greeter. So this will bring it to you once you put the vehicle back into park to exit. It will come back out and it will retract when you are driving. So very nice to have that. You don't have to reach quite as far. And still in Sport Plus second gear, here we go. And just a minor acceleration, we can get up to speed. If I put it into comfort now, and we do that again, you can still use the paddle shifters, but it's not going to be as loud. I'm not sure if the audio can pick that up, but you get a little bit more gurgles with the exhaust in sport mode. But this is what it's like to be behind the wheel for the M440i. This specific model here is more on the base side. They start just shy of $70,000. This one is closer to $74,000, $75,000. So there's a few options on this. They can go above $80,000 depending on the interior you go with. If you like the leather seats, some other options. More M Sport packages are available too, some other premium packages as well. So for more of a basic model, this is still very nice with its interior and what it has to offer. And like I said, it's going to handle well. I've been able to drive these quite a lot, so they are going to handle extremely well on some back roads. It's a sports car at the end of the day. It is just going to give you some more of the luxury refinements if you want the best of both of those combined, and a vehicle that is practical for a 2-door sports car. But that is going to wrap it up for the 2027 BMW M440i. Once again, huge shout out to Hendrick BMW Charlotte for providing this for me today. Take a look at their website, give this video a huge thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and consider smashing that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with our daily uploads. I'll see you all in the next video.